do you think? Good. When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hand. You're gonna miss me everywhere. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Hey guys, good morning. Happy Friday. It's June 21st, Friday 2019. Headed into work for the day. And I got just a bunch of mostly random clips last night of Grant's baseball game, but it was by far the most crazy game I've ever seen, even for me playing. So it's a championship game, or a playoff game, I guess you can call it. So they will not end it in a tie because they need to establish a winner to move on. I think the other team was up by a couple runs or something like that by the end of the fourth or fifth inning, and those innings went by pretty quickly. So they played like the first 5 innings within like an hour and a half or something. And I thought they were going to call the game and that was going to be it. Well, they kept playing, so they played like another inning. It was either the 5th or 6th inning, and we scored more runs. So then we were up. And we started off the inning, so we were batting first. We were at the top of the innings. So then, you know, the other team would come out and bat after our guys would score runs, and then they would score enough runs to match our guys. So at the end of the 6th inning, we were tied. At the end of the 7th inning, we were tied. At the end of the 8th inning, we were tied. So I believe it was the 9th inning we started, and we scored 2 runs, and then it was their turn to come up to bat, and we were all excited. Well, they ended up having to call the game because it was getting too dark. There's no lights on that field. So, alright, well, they decided to have everyone reconvene today. So this is yesterday, but they're going to finish the game today at 5:30, and just they're leaving it where we left off. So there's going to be it's going to be like the bottom of the 9th, and if we can just get 3 outs, then we win, because we're up. Crazy game though. Like, we were sitting just outside of the fence in left field, and we were up by a couple runs or something, and the bases were loaded, or there was 2 runners on for the other team. The other team was up to bat, and the kid cranks a ball, and I'm sitting there, and it's coming straight to me. I'm like, fuck. I literally stood up from my chair and tried to catch it. It bounced out of my hands. They're safety balls. They just bounce off my hands. I can never catch them barehanded. But yeah, I'm just like screaming like fuck as I'm catching it, because I was like, oh, I knew they were gonna score, you know, 3 or 4 runs from that hit. So that sucked. Really sucked. But like I said, we ended up pulling through. So we're up by 2. It's just a kind of a weird situation, because it's like, you know, the other team now is going to get to rest up and all that and come out with their bats on fire, and we're sitting there, you know, without the ability to bat again now. So it's a really weird setup. You know, if they were going to like say like, all right, well, let's do like a full inning today or something, then that'd be one thing. But yeah, it was just hilarious. You know, it was funny. You know, the kids are like little cartoon characters at this point. You know, they were doing awesome. The pitching was good. A lot of kids were getting hit. You know, as the kids got more tired, the pitchers are getting more wild, and they're running out of pitchers. You know, that's the problem with having 2 games so close together. So we had a game on Tuesday and a game last night. There's a rule that the pitchers reset after 40 hours or something like that. So they almost need like 3 days before they can pitch again. It's a whole thing. There's all kinds of rules and regulations and stuff. They don't want the kids pitching too much and getting hurt or whatever. So, you know, where I'm going with this is we're digging the bottom of the barrel for pitchers that can pitch, because of the rules and regulations and stuff. So, but yeah, it's just been absolutely nuts. So in a good way, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but man, talk about stressful. So we we're going back tonight and hoping we can finish it off. If they are, when they win tonight, then they play Saturday at 1. Saturday at 12:30 is the consolation game, which is the winner of the loser's bracket versus the loser of last night's game. That's the consolation game. I guess that determines third place. And the championship game, the winners of that, of course, go to first place for the championship, second place for the championship, and then the winner of the consolation game is third place. But I don't know, one of the kids was telling me, based on our record and stuff, that even if we win the overall championship, we'll only place second overall because of our record or something. I find that really hard to believe, but I don't know. One of the red teams is advanced to the championship, so they were trying to stick around and watch our game last night to figure out who they're going to be playing against, and the game went so long that they all ended up leaving. But that other red team, they're from a neighboring city, so we played them 3 times and we beat them 2 times, so that'll be a good match. But now we're gonna run into all kinds of other issues with the pitchers and stuff, so because it's not gonna be like 40 hours or whatever, so I don't know how that's gonna work. I think they can play, I think they can pitch maybe 3 innings. They can do 2 innings, a max 2 innings per game, and I think maybe 3 innings every 40 hours or something, so maybe we'll be alright. We got a lot of kids that can pitch, or that do pitch, so we'll see. But the kids were so tired last night that we were getting into a lot of coach pitch scenarios, and then of course the kids hit a lot better when the coach is pitching. You know, they're not afraid and not scared, and the coach throws it nice and soft and slow, and it's a great time. In other news, I've been still working on my watercolor stuff. If you guys have been watching the videos this week, you'll see me working on it. I'm doing a really nice balance of work and not work at work. Let's put it that way. I'm still crunching data, but I figured out a way to basically download Netflix to my phone. So while I'm working on that shitty, boring ass data and stuff, I basically watch TV. I learned or discovered that a couple new Girlfriend's Guides to the Galaxy seasons is out, or a new season just released, but I didn't know that there was a 4th season, so I think I only watched the first 3 seasons. If you guys remember back in the day, I was watching that back when I was dating Meixsell, and that show kind of fucked me up. It's called Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce, and Rochelle was raving about this show, so I'm like, well, let me see what she's into, because like her and I never even got to the point where we had like a TV show to watch together. Like, we never spent enough time together to, like, you know, sit and be like, hey, let's watch the show every week, or whatever, you know what I mean, or binge watch this show on Netflix or something. We never even got to that point. So I'm like, let me see what she's into. So I started watching this show, and man, it just like mentally fucked me up because of the way she was acting, and then everything that the people were doing in the show. And I'm just like, dude, is she like one of these chicks from this show? It, like I said, it's a good show, but man, like, I don't know. I was like, man, I hope that this isn't how chicks are after they go through divorce. So, yeah. So I been watching that. Season 4 I'm on, and I watched Infinity Wars a couple days ago. That was a good movie. I haven't even seen all like the X-Men Marvel movies or what. I don't even know what fucking universe those are in, but I've been wanting to watch those movies or that movie for a long ass time, and Nikki wants to as well with me, but she wants to watch every single movie in order before we get to the latest ones. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't fucking care. I didn't know who, like, maybe 30% of the characters were in the show or in the movie, but I did recently just watch Black Panther. So, like, in this Infinity War, they go to Wakanda, which is the Black Panther's city or whatever, and they have a big battle there. And So I understood some of that or whatever. I like the Black Panther movie too, but there's still some others or some more movies like that that are on Netflix that I'll be watching. It's just anyway, I don't. Nikki's really like strict about watching stuff in order, and if it's something that I don't really care about, like I just want to see a movie. Like I want to see a good movie. Like who cares? Like I don't really care. I don't remember movies like most people do anyway. Like most people go like, oh, I know every word, and this happened, and that character did this like 3 movies ago, and I don't put much value or stock into movies. It's just like mind-numbing entertainment. I watch it, and then probably within a year or two, I'll forget if I've even seen it until I watch it again, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this. So like, that's just me, I guess. But I really want to go see fucking John Wick 3, and I have no clue when I'll have time to do this, and that's kind of bothering me. So Nikki and I, we have a 1-year anniversary coming up. It's gonna be, I think it's a week from Sunday. I gotta look into this. I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet. I'll probably do dinner, flowers. I wanted to like print and make one of those photo cube things, those pop-up photo things with all photos from Hawaii, and that might be it, dude. Like I'm gonna tell her, like, listen, I'm sorry I don't have more money to buy you cool shit or whatever, but I bought her a lot of really nice stuff in Hawaii. You know, I spent I don't know, $300 or $400 in Hawaii buying her stuff. So like that's it, man. Like I'm tapped out. I cannot go crazy. So it's just been a thing. So I'm gonna stop and pick up some breakfast on the way into work, and I don't know what else, but yeah, it was an interesting night last night. So Grant's mom said that he crapped his pants or something earlier during the day yesterday, and then lied about it to her, so he was grounded. So then she said that he was giving her hate mail. So I guess he wrote her like a couple different letters or something that said, you know, I'm unhappy and I'm sad or something, and you're mean or something, and I want to go over to Dad's house. So he wrote her a letter. So he's so sweet. He's so cute. But I love that little guy. He did that once to my dad, once to Grandpa. Grandpa yelled at him for reprimanding him for doing something that he shouldn't have been doing. And Grandpa wrote him a little letter and said, I'm sad or something. And with like a sad face. My dad saved it ever since then. It's just been... Now my dad has me take care of any issues with him acting out, so that I'm the bad guy. Which isn't a bad plan. I'm fine with that. It was just so cute, so cute. Been talking for almost 15 minutes. These daily videos are getting longer and longer and longer because I've been adding all this video content of watercolor and stuff. So I guess it's something to blog about. I don't know. So I don't think I mentioned it yet, but I made a decision that I want to mix up a different skin tone. So master skin tone recipe. So the one that I've been using, it's got a little bit, maybe too much like orange in it. And it's good if you just do like one layer of color, but it's still got that like orange texture to it. Or orange tint to it, not texture. So I'm going to try a whole different recipe. This is going to be, so the one I've been using up until now is MSR 43. And I'm going to mix up MSR 40. It's even lighter of a color. And the mix has a pink, I believe a blue, and a yellow. So it's more of a normal type of skin tone mix. So I think it'll be better. And this is literally just for Caucasian skin tones, because you can mix up any type of skin tone, and there's 100, or probably, yeah, there's probably at least 100 of them. But I'm just trying to find like a Caucasian skin tone that I can like mix up, just run and gun and use, because I'm colorblind, so it's not easy to. Everyone else just mixes it up on the fly. They're like, oh yeah, it just needs a little bit more pink or a little bit more yellow, and I'm like, what the fuck? Maybe someday I'll get to that point, but I'm trying to make it as easy as I can so I can just produce art and just create art versus having to stress out and nitpick over all this color mixing stuff. It's not easy. It's not fun. I mean, I'm starting to do a lot more color mixing, but it's still just the most basic bitch stuff yet. I need to get a recipe book that's like a 400 color recipe book or something. The one that I got, it was literally a book just for skin tones, and it only has like 5 different pages or recipes, I should say, for watercolor. Like the other 40 pages in this book are for acrylic and oil or some shit, I don't know, but not watercolor. So it's a learning process, to say the least. But still doing these Polaroids, these watercolor Polaroids seem to be going well. It's just slow going. So yeah. That's all I got. So stay tuned for more. Nice catch!
Hey, wake up!
Baseball ready, bud. You couldn't see it from way back there. Yep, that's what's gonna happen. Tensions are high. Oh! Where's that coach pitch?
Run hard, boys. Run hard, guys.
Step on the nearest base. Why does he keep talking to the young? Huh. Bags loaded, 2 outs. Step on third! On third, step on the base! On the base!
No, he tagged him! He tagged him!
The ball's got to be in the glove, I think.
Oh, I gotta throw up. That was too stressful. That was intense.
I took the video
Hey.
of it, and it actually was out.
The kid was out?
At second.
Oh, they got him?
I believe
Yeah.
so. I mean, I'll review it, but I was
Yeah.
sending it to my husband.
No, well, the coaches got to do that, right? They got to stick up for him.
Well,
You know, that's
bullshit.
some.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, coaching!